Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is BestInSlot with this week's episode of the Stomping blog. First things first, I want to thank the Mighty Saurus for the awesome fan art which he sent bloody ages ago and I just kind of kept forgetting to show off, but it is pretty damn cool. It's a British Triceratops. What more could you really ask for? Exactly. It's awesome. So thank you very much. Good work. Okay, onwards. This is going to be a quick one. Now, I'm not going to do the Q&A this week. So please don't ask any questions or anything. I will get through to your questions from last week in the next episode, which will probably be Saturday or Sunday. I'm kind of in a rush, but I need to do this video. We need to talk. We need to banter. We need to learn to love life. I also died, so I'm nowhere near my usual base. So that's pretty much all I'm going to do. Run around the island, look for my base. Stomping Land. Anywho, which by the way, the Stomping Land still hasn't updated. It's now been like 5 weeks, and it means the next update won't be till Friday, which means it's going to be 6 weeks. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's getting a little silly. Anyways, what I need to talk about is what will be forever known now as Poetgate. So, for those who don't know, Poet Plays, great little channel, I say little, bigger than mine, made a video where he went on about a copycat who he thought might be taking his ideas and this kind of jazz, and a lot of his subscribers, despite him repeatedly asking them not to, came on and attacked me because they figured the Jurassic Park Operation Genesis dinosaur battles, which we both do, was what he was referring to, and a lot of his subscribers came and directly attacked me and got pretty offensive, and I've had to delete a lot of comments. I'm still getting comments about it. It's ridiculous. And I'm not blaming Poet for this. This isn't Poet's fault in the slightest. And then I kind of made a video kind of defending myself, saying I felt a bit disrespected, and I thought Poet was talking about me simply because of the reaction from his subscribers, and that was my mistake. I shouldn't have done it. I should have found out more information before I made any such video. That was, you know, I take responsibility for that. That was my bad. But my problem is more in how some of you reacted. Now, I appreciate a lot of you went onto his channel and posted, and it wasn't offensive. A lot of you, it was basically, look, that's not what happened. What happened is, we've been asking BestInSlot to do this series for a long time, and that's why he's done it. He's definitely not copying you, which was fine. A lot of you weren't offensive or anything, and you were just, you know, nice and normal. But I've been talking a lot to Poet, and he got a lot of death threats and stuff like that, and as much as I appreciate you guys going on to try to defend me and, you know, fight back for me kind of thing, I didn't really ask you to, and I actually explicitly asked you not to go comment on his channel. And you've got to understand, when, let's talk about, for example, PewDiePie's fan base, yeah? They get a really bad rap because, for example, I did a video a couple of years ago, a year ago, and PewDiePie a couple of days later did the same video. I did it first, but that was irrelevant. They came on and said, oh my god, you're copying PewDiePie, go kill yourself, etc, etc. And I have a general disdain for fans of PewDiePie in general. I'm sure there's plenty of them probably watching this video. I'm sure you're all lovely people, but they give off a bad vibe in general. They're not viewed well in the wider community because of people like that. And I don't ever want my channel to be associated with that kind of behaviour. So, as much as I appreciate the people who went to defend me, and that's fine inherently, and I really appreciate it, it was actually quite nice to see in a way, because I've never really been at that level where people would do that kind of thing. It was quite nice that people do care enough about the channel and, you know, like, no, this isn't true, this is what really happened. That's fine. When you go on and start giving death threats and getting really offensive and stuff, that it's disrespectful to Poet, it's disrespectful to me, because, you know, I do keep asking you guys not to do it, and it's disrespectful to yourselves. Just because we're on the internet doesn't mean we can hide behind this veil of anonymity and launch attacks at whoever we want, because at the end of the day, both me and Poet came out of this pretty badly. We both came out with a lot of insults and death threats and abuse, which neither of us deserved. And both sides were wrong, essentially, and yet we got loads of insults. You know, none of it had to happen, and if you guys, not just you guys, I mean, plenty of you handled it so well, plenty of you didn't say a word, plenty of you just came into my comment thread and Karen gave me a little support, which was fine. It was just, people on the internet, because you're behind a veil of anonymity, which is a horrible word to say, by the way, think they can go around and just insult who they want, and it doesn't really matter. And what people need to kind of understand a little bit more is that both me and Poet, at the end of the day, are singular, we're just one person each. Obviously, we're not one person, that'd be a little weird. We are just average guys running a YouTube channel. We are one person. We're not like some conglomerate company or something, or this, for God's sake, Sticky Moloch, or some machine. We're human beings. In the end of the day, we read all the comments, and the comments okay, you develop a thick skin, and I've got to say, I don't think I was as personally affected as Poet might have been. But you don't like reading it. You never like reading stuff like that. And when I came on and I had loads of comments saying, oh, you copycat, I used to really respect you and stuff, I was just a bit like, right, okay, what's going on here? It was really disconcerting. It's not something I've really experienced before. And whenever you post a comment like that, I want people to just think about the fact that there is one person, just an average person, trying to make a living, trying to do what they love for you guys, on the other end of that comment. And you need to consider what they're reading, what they're feeling at the time, because you don't know their mental state. As Poet alluded to, he did an aftermath video as well. You don't know what that person's going through. I had plenty of death threats telling me to kill myself as well. My best mate when I was 14 jumped off a car park and killed himself. And whilst I'm not going to go on and say, it sent me into a spiral of depression, or, the comments really affected me, it's never a nice thing to read, especially when it is somewhat personally relevant. So I just want people to consider before they post comments like that maybe there is a person on the other end, and your actions do actually have consequences, despite the anonymity of YouTube. However, this applies to a tiny percentage of people. I do want to make that clear as well. Most of you guys are just awesome as always and just defended me nicely, or just came on and gave me a little bit of support on my own videos rather than attacking Poet, which I never wanted to happen. And those who did attack Poet, I think it's a little disrespectful to me as well as yourselves and Poet, and I think just in future, just chill your boots a little bit. That's all you have to do, just chill your boots. It didn't have to be an internet war, And I take my part in responsibility for naming Poet when he wasn't talking about me in the first place, but I needed to defend myself. I felt, I was being attacked from all sides at that point in time, so that's Poetgate. Anyway, it's all sorted now. I've talked to Poet. I think we're going to discuss a collab. It's definitely down the line. Poet suggested this in his last video as well. We're not about to do it anytime soon, especially in the aftermath of all this, but we'll talk about it. We'll see what happens in the future. And that's about all I've got to say in it. Just chill your boots. But I appreciate most of you were, awesome. And a lot of you went onto Poet's channel and now subscribe to Poet. Don't subscribe too much, right? Because Poet's like my YouTube subscriber count rival, and I must defeat him. I'm joking. But no, he's a great channel. He does a lot of content. If you like my channel and you're not into Minecraft, he still does a lot of stuff that's kind of like my channel. Operation Genesis, just about building stuff. So if you like my stuff, and he's kind of similar, I think, in attitude and general as well, so it's definitely worth going and having a look and a subscribe. I've subscribed to Poet, so yeah. Okay, that's all I want to say on that matter. Thank you to all those who gave me the support and stuff, though. It was nice to see. It really was. Anyways, that's Poetgate. I don't really have much else to say. It's my sister's graduation today, and I've got a meeting with a producer. Yeah. Fancy stuff in about half an hour, so I am kind of trying to get through this because I've not done one this past week and I felt bad about it. Q&A won't be this week, will be next week. Don't bother. If you want to leave a question, go back onto last week's episode and there's a question thread with like 50 comments already. It's disgusting. You guys can go ahead and leave your comments there. One thing I do want in this video, basically for those on the Facebook page, which as I keep saying should be all of you, I've now posted the final dinosaur card for my playing card set. The final card, the ace, has gone up. I'm not going to tell you what it is, so if you want to go see the card, you have to go check out the Facebook page, which as always is in the description of this video. Go check that out. And basically that's the carnivorous dinosaurs done. There's going to be the jokers I'm going to have a bit of fun with, we'll see what happens, but that's carnivorous dinosaurs done. So now we're on to herbivorous dinosaurs, and I'm not going to reveal what I'm doing. I have actually commissioned the first one, but that means I need 3 more. So if you've got any suggestions for herbivorous dinosaurs, has to be a herbivorous dinosaur, please let me know, and I will take a look at all your suggestions and stuff, and if any of them, speak out to me, then maybe I'll consider adding them to the set as well, because I do need ideas. The problem with herbivorous dinosaurs is it's a bit harder to make them as exciting as carnivorous dinosaurs, but we shall see. Okay. Oh, one more thing on the cards. Maybe. I had something to say, and I have completely forgotten what it was. What the devil was I going to say? Nope, no idea. Okay, splendid. Yeah, I'm moving flat in, 2 days. I move on Wednesday. Now, as of right now, I have 12 videos recorded. including the free for today. So I've got content pre-recorded for Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. I'm going to try and do a couple more days of content before Wednesday hits, so there should at least be content until my next day off, which would be Sunday. Decided Sundays are a day off. So there should be content till the end of this week. Now after that, I'm not sure when I'm going to get internet back and when I'm going to be settled into the flat. I'm hoping to have internet by early next week. There may be a couple days without me. I apologise profusely, and just remember that I love you all anyway. But I'm probably going to go a few days without internet just because it's not already set up. I have to go set it up when I get to the flat. For those who've moved house, you know how much of a pain that can be and how long it can take. Because for some reason, everybody who sets up internet is really slow. Never understood it. So yeah, it might be a few days. I wanted to warn you guys now, but I have done loads of pre-recording, loads and loads and loads of pre-recording to try and make sure that the channel is stocked. I'm going to schedule lots of uploads for you guys, and hopefully it won't be too big a deal. Dino Crisis. Ah, no! Leave me alone. Dino Crisis will be ending this week on Thursday. I believe there's an episode today, which has already been uploaded today. There's no episode tomorrow. There's an episode on Wednesday, which is actually the final... I didn't mean to do that. This is the final episode of the playthrough, and then there's another episode on Thursday, which is like a little extra thing. There's an episode on Dino Storm on the way. A lot of you have been asking me to play that. And there's an episode on an old PS1 game, which I hadn't played in years. Not dinosaurs or anything, just an old PS1 game I used to play all the time. It used to terrify me to my core, it really did. So that's on the way as well later this week. Lots of things to look forward to, as well as a brand new dinosaur Let's Play starting this week, hopefully. Because like I say, Dino Crisis will be over. We're running 2 normal Let's Plays in Ocean and Burke, which won't go on that much longer, I don't think. So we need a new dinosaur game to play, and we are playing an absolute classic from 1998, if that helps you guess what it is. Okay. It's also part of a big series, of which I've already played a game. This is very off. We're going to play Turok, basically. There you go. One thing I did want to ask you guys before we go at the end of this video, which I apologise has been a little bit haphazard and rushed and stuff. I just needed to get some stuff out about the whole Poetgate and let you guys know that I'm going to be away a little bit. 100,000 subscribers. It's happening relatively soon. 1927. We're talking 3 months, something like that, on my current rate of subscriber growth. And I don't know what to do. So I'm putting it out to you guys for suggestions of what you'd like to see for 100k subscriber celebration type thing. I want to give something back to you guys. I'm definitely going to do a competition of some form. I've got a couple of ideas. One thing we're definitely going to do is a live stream. What I'll probably do is start the live stream at say 99,500 subscribers, and we will live stream until I hit the 100k mark. That's one plan I've got, and I'll get some party hats and that kind of thing. Why not? And another idea I've got, basically, you guys know I'm working with a lot of artists, especially those on the Facebook page will know I'm working with a lot of different artists. I've got the artist who did my current Facebook banner, YouTube banner. I've got another banner in development by a fantastic guy, really talented artist. The playing cards are made by someone else. So I'm getting my hands out there a little bit in terms of connecting with different digital artists and stuff. And what I'm thinking of is getting a huge poster commissioned off the channel, basically. So lots of things from the channel's history, like Skyjaws and Butterbinky and Primal Carnage characters, King Kong, all this stuff, kind of like the banner that I'm getting made up, but a big poster of it. I'm going to get 10 of those, I'm going to get them framed, I'm going to sign them in like a silver pen, because there's a silver play button, and then do a competition where you can all win one. And I think if I get 10 of those made, that way there's a nice chance for, you lot to get hold of one. I don't know what competition we'll do, I think it's something, but if that sounds like a good idea, please let me know. If it sounds like an atrocious idea, please let me know. I'm just putting things out there, I don't really know what to do, but I want to give something physical back to you guys. I want you guys to own something at the end of this, you know? Because at the end of the day, if I get to 100,000 subscribers, something which I never dreamed of, you know, when I first started this channel I was stuck on like 3 subscribers for 5 months or something. I'd like to give something proper, something nice, something big, physical, something that you can own and look at and have for the future. I'd like to give that back to you guys. So any other ideas, let me know. But if you like the giant frame signed poster idea as well, let me know. And that's about all I've got to say for this one. I do apologise again for the rushed nature and stuff, but there were things we needed to clear up. and I have to go put on a suit and pretend to be all dapper and such things. And by the way, that's like the first time I've said dapper in ages. I used to always say dapper. Oh my god, are you kidding me? How are you everywhere? How are you? You're like God. You're the Stiggy Moloch God. I'm going to say that's the same Stiggy Moloch. And every time I spawn, it tracks me down across the island to kill me in my desperation to finally reach the coastal cave that I love so much. Which I'm pretty sure I was quite near. Goddamn Stiggy Molochs. Demon from the River Styx, indeed. However, I think it has spawned me at exactly the place I wanted to be. Is this the coastal cave area just down here? It may be, it may be. So yeah, apologies for the nature of the video, but things we need to say. And I want to thank you guys again, and I keep doing this. I'm going to do it every single video. This is my... No, this isn't the right way. This is my main opportunity to really thank you guys. Every week I go on and I check the analytics for the channel. Oh my god, you weren't there! You weren't there! I mentioned in the Dino Crisis episode about ghost dinosaurs, and it's that Stiggy Moloch. It's a ghost, and it just pops up and kills me and then goes away again. This is horrible. I've died 4 times. 3 times. 4 times. I don't know. I've completely forgotten what I was going to say now. Oh yeah. Every week I go on analytics for the channel, which measures like your views, your day-by-day views. And okay, a couple of weeks ago we had a new record just because YouTube backlogged some views, so my view count for that day shot up. It's nothing like the other day, so that doesn't really count. But pretty much every week now, you stay away. No! Why? Oh, this is mean. No, I'm gonna get away. I'm gonna get away. I am a champion. No! This is. I was going to swear, but I'm not. I'm a PG-13 channel. I will not swear. I will not swear. I will not swear. This is beep. Right. So every week I go on YouTube Analytics and I look at the subscriber count per day and view count per day and all that kind of jazz. And it's a good way to kind of check where the channel's going and if it's growing and if it's not, why is it not growing? What do I need to do and all this kind of stuff, because at the end of the day, one of my main goals now is to kind of inspire a love of dinosaurs and paleontology, and a lot of you guys, not Stiggy Moloch, you're all allowed to hate Stiggy Moloch, just by the by, but generally in paleontology and dinosaurs, and nature in general, you know, that's why I've started doing a lot more nature-based videos like Deep Ocean, is that even what it's called? I can't remember. Deep Ocean, we'll call it, that safari photo game, Wild Earth Africa, I've done some Zoo Tycoon, all that kind of stuff, because I want to inspire that kind of love in people, and a lot of you've commented saying I have, so that's nice. God, I was breaking up there. It's kind of like my goal in part, and generally to play fun games and entertain people, and the more people watching the channel, the more people potentially that could happen with, so it's always nice to see the channel growing in that kind of direction, and it helps me, you know, eat in general. You know, that's always nice, being able to feed myself and such things, which I need to do. I'm starving. So I check the analytics anyway, and at the moment, pretty much every single week, my highest day of the week, which is usually a Saturday. If any of you run a channel, you'll know what I mean. Saturday's always your best day, usually. Sunday's a little bit lower, Friday's a little bit lower, Monday's awful. That's generally how it goes. And every week at the moment, my record day for the week is jumping up and up and up and up and up. You know, a couple of months ago, I posted on the Full Screen Forum saying one of my goals was to get 100,000 views in a day. That was like a big goal of mine, 100,000 views in a single day. That was one of my main aims for this year. And the other day I got 170,000 views, and it wasn't a massive jump or anything. It was a typical jump that you'd expect on a weekend. 170,000 views. It was insane. I was just like, I just stood there laughing at my YouTube analytics screen. I must have looked like a crazy person. It's just not something I ever expected to happen. And I want to thank you guys again, and I'm going to keep doing it every week in a Stomping blog, for your fan art. For one, somebody else sent me a link to an awesome picture of like this wolf with a British flag as a thing, as a BestInSlot fan art they did, and that's awesome. I'm going to show that off next week. For your fan art, for your continued support, your likes, subscriptions, all of it, and I hope that I can continue to somewhat entertain you guys and inspire some people to get into paleontology a little bit more, because it's a dying profession in a lot of ways. There's not many jobs out there for it. There's not many fully qualified paleontologists on the planet, really. You know, I've been looking in the UK to do paleontology degrees, and there are 2. There's a few more that are like biogeology that you can go and specialise somewhat into paleontology, but in terms of actual paleontology degrees, there's 2 in the entirety of England. I've not looked outside of England, but in England, 2! But if you want to do maths or something, there's 500. So the more people interested in paleontology, the more we can inspire people to get into it as a degree, as a career, and just to talk about it, you know, get it into the news more and stuff, and get games about paleontology and dinosaurs out there, the better it'll be for future generations, and the more we'll find out, and the more, you know, we're finding out information all the time. Like, I was reading an article the other day which starts to suggest that maybe dinosaurs weren't warm-blooded, but they weren't cold-blooded either. There's a lot of evidence to suggest that maybe they're actually just kind of somewhat in between. There's so much we still have to find out, and the more of us interested in it, and the more of us following it, and the more of us talking about it, the more we find out. For science, ladies and gentlemen, for science and for dinosaurs. That should really be my new channel logo, for science and for dinosaurs. Interesting. Anyways, I'm going to end it here. So thank you very much for joining me as always. Thank you to the Mightysaurus for the awesome fan art at the start of this video, and I shall see you lovely people, and you all lovely people. Some of you may have been a bit insulting to Poet when I didn't want you to be, but you're still lovely people. Just don't do it again. I feel like I'm scolding my children. No, thank you very much for joining me. Stick around this week. We've got quite a bit of exciting content. End of Dino Crisis, start of Turok, Dino Storm if you're into dinosaurs, and some interesting stuff on the side as well if you're not into dinosaurs. If you're not into dinosaurs, you're probably not watching this video though, but we'll see. Thank you very much for joining me. Please do like, comment and subscribe, although you will already be subscribed, that's not the point. Please like and comment, it does help. Every like, every comment pushes your video a little bit higher in YouTube's rankings, which basically means more people see it, and you get better advertising and stuff like that. Cheers, much love, as always, and I do mean it, bottom of my heart, much, much, much love. And again, Poet said this, like, one of the reasons this is really affecting what happened is because like, you guys mean so much to us, you know. Right, I'm going to stop. I'm going to break down in tears. Cheers, much love, as always, bye-bye.